and they patched it so it was supposed to be nerf, I think. And now it just tracks. I don't think
Interesting.
it was intended.
All right, so we
That's why.
are we're live on the stream now.
Okay.
So let's just get this gameplay. Hold up, streamer. Let's add this on. It is this one? No. This one? No. This one? No. This one?
We
No.
believe in you.
Maybe it was this one? It's one of them? No, it's not that one.
Open the stream. Is there a question?
Yeah, that's the one of me.
This is this one.
farming.
This is the one.
Yeah.
All right. There it is. All right. So,
Welcome to the stage of
I guess before we go on, welcome everyone to Kick the Router episode 7. This week we have Skyll, the European Mitsu God.
Hello,
yeah.
guys.
It's him.
It's him. For those of you who don't know who he is, you should, because he's pretty much gotten top 8 at every tournament that he's gone to. I can't think of a single one that he hasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if there is a talent before the top 8, I can die. Just depends on the matchup. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They want you to lower the game volume.
Lower the game volume. Wait, game volume.
Yeah, the match that you have in the background.
Oh, it has volume on it? Alright.
Yeah, it does.
Damn. I don't know if I can turn that off. Alright, well. Let's just put it to a different one. Alright, we're going to just an old video behind.
Nice.
Alright. We'll just do an old one. Hey, have you guys seen this match before? Hope you have, because it's the same one we always do. But the gameplay in the background, just to like have something there. It's not really the main,
Ring outs in the background.
right? So I guess I forgot to turn off the game audio when I recorded that. Oops, terrible streamer. So yeah, Skyll. I guess people who don't know much about you, you were originally a BlazBlue and Dragon Ball player, correct?
Yeah, I started with BlazBlue on Soul Calibur 4. Actually, both games at the same moment.
Okay.
And yeah, I was not doing really well at the time because I was one of those players that was really stressed in tournament, and I was quite young.
Mhm.
So my results was kind of good after like 2 or 3 years of competing.
Mhm.
It was like in Soul Calibur 5, I think. Yeah,
Mhm.
Soul Calibur 5 and BlazBlue. Which one it was? I think it was Continuum Shift 1. Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess in between the time of Soul Calibur 5 and 6, Dragon Ball Fighters comes out, and
Yeah.
you play that game, and you do extremely well in that game.
Yeah, I try out it. Like, I don't know. Like, every time I got some free time, so I was like trying to become really good at the game.
Mhm.
Because there was really a large community in France.
Yeah.
I really wanted to be a part of that community because I was originally playing BlazBlue, as I said, and the community was really small.
Mhm.
So
Right.
this time was like, yeah, it's time for me to do something in a more popular game, I think.
Yeah, and you were pretty successful in BlazBlue, or sorry, in Dragon Ball. I think you won. You finished first and second in a few of the European majors.
Yeah.
That I saw. Was there, and you were on the like their pro tour thing, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I think the first big major that I participated to, which was part of the Pro Tour, was the Ultimate Fighting Arena,
Mhm.
and there was like many top players like Goichi. There was some American players also. The known one I remember was like the let's say there was the player with playing the TN, who was really well known there.
Okay.
There was also the French players there, and some of the Japanese players were also coming.
Mhm.
Like, I think I finished fifth, losing to to the American TN
Ah.
player, who
Mhm.
was really good.
Yeah.
And I was sad because was possible for me to go higher than this, but
Mhm. And then
but it was okay.
Soul Calibur 6 drops. Now, were you a legacy Mitsurugi player? Like you played him
Yeah,
before? Okay, so
yeah, I played Mitsurugi since Soul Calibur 4.
all right, so your boy comes back to the game, you pick him up. Now, there was some thoughts about Mitsurugi when the game first launched, and some memes of Mit sucks. Did you subscribe to the Mit sucks?
No, the only times I thought Mitsu sucks was like when I played him the first time in I think it was in the beta.
Okay.
Because like it was so different.
Mm-hmm.
We had the stupid talks from 5 and
Yeah.
stupid mix-ups, and we were like, oh no, we have nothing like this now. It's so
Yeah,
bad.
and there's no Soul Calibur 5 4B.
Yeah,
That was
yes, that's
crazy.
true.
Mm-hmm. That move
Yeah,
that was basically a horizontal.
We didn't want it to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you press 4 and you just do the same thing now.
Yeah. 4. Yeah. First step to Mitsurugi, mash
Yeah.
4, see what and then go from there. So, all right. So then Soul Calibur 6 drops, and you play Soul Calibur 6 now. When Soul Calibur 6 came out, were you still playing Dragon Ball at the same time?
Yeah, I was playing. Yeah, I was playing Dragon Ball, and I was doing quite okay at the beginning.
Mhm.
But the problem was there was patches at the time in
Mhm.
Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
and my team became worse and worse each patch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I couldn't really focus on training a new characters even now.
Mhm.
So yeah, the results became worse.
You didn't want
But
to become a Bardock player and just hit 5L, 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 5L.
I didn't. I have pride, you know.
Fair enough. So, and then you decided at some point that you were going to strictly focus on Soul Calibur 6.
It was not strictly focused on Soul Calibur 6. It was like I was focusing mainly on the game,
Okay.
but like I was still playing Dragon Ball and trying to compete, but with a bit weaker team.
Mhm.
And I think it was doing okay for a
Mhm.
time. Now it's not enough, I think.
Okay.
And as there is more Soul Calibur tournaments lately,
Mhm.
I really try to focus on the game.
All right. So your main focus, I guess, would be Soul Calibur
Yeah,
as of right now.
yeah.
All right. I guess we can talk about Cassandra. She got released at Evo.
Yes.
What are your thoughts so far on that character?
I think she's really good. I
Mhm.
think it's really close range character. Like you really have to manage the approach. But once you are close, you're unstoppable. There is like so many frame traps everywhere, so many block stuns.
Yeah, and her
Yeah,
frames in general are just like amazing. And
yeah, her
yeah.
frames are good. Her damage are good. Even her punishes are really good.
Mhm.
Uh, she got I-16 punish. I think it's like 54 damage, and there is force blocks after that.
Yep.
I think it's really good.
Yeah, she has the force block after, and if she has divine force,
Yeah,
it's a 75 damage.
yeah,
With punish I-16 or black punish I-16, which is
yeah.
definitely
It's
pretty
very
good.
strong.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right. Now, do you think that some of the things that people complain about of Cassandra are just like she's a new character type thing, or do you think that she does have some things that are definitely really solid and really strong?
I think there are things that people will learn to manage,
Mhm.
like the duck on things, or the steps on things, or the GI on things,
Yeah.
especially follow-ups. But I also think that there are they are really good for a character like this. They are very very strong. Like a 6BB for example is insane. The move itself is insane.
Yeah.
For a 16 frame move, 40 damage, that frame traps that I got a block stun follow up.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot step it if he releases it instantly. So I think that there are things to complain about the character, and mostly there are moves maybe to tone down a bit,
Mm-hmm.
really slightly, I think.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like she got bad matchups, like Ivy, I think. But the character that has to approach her like Taki,
Mm-hmm.
what is she supposed to do?
Yeah. I feel like that would be a pretty big struggle.
And then she can just heal her guard gauge with the divine force moves. So if you're fighting Taki, it's like, is she gonna break my guard? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I remember a set of Party Wolf versus Stir, of Party Wolf literally being in the red for like 3 rounds, but since he was constantly healing himself, he never got guard broken.
Yeah.
I do that to you
can
too.
manage.
I know. It's like
Yeah, the C is also insane.
Yeah. It's like one of the most fucked up parts is that 95 damage C that's like no effort.
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you get the C? You land like one of these moves and then you can get a 16 frame.
Yep. I guess like the one weakness of that CE is the range isn't the best, but the damage is so good and everything that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's that. So I guess we could probably. Is there anything else you think about Cassandra, or do you want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah, I could add something.
Yeah.
Actually, I think maybe after they patch all the stupid bugs there is right now.
Like the random ring out through wall.
Yeah, the random ring outs, or even the stupid throw that can throw you in the air for some reason. the low throw.
Yeah.
That's dumb. After they patch everything, we can have a better picture of the character itself, because right now, yeah, that there are really things that can be considered as broken.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
literally broken.
Yeah, but we have to wait a bit for to be sure if the character needs something to do besides the bug fixes.
Yeah. All right. Now, I guess we'll change the topic to season 2 of Soul Calibur 6, which also got announced at Evo.
Yeah.
Did you think going into Evo that there would be a season 2 of Soul Calibur 6?
Honestly, I really hope they would announce something like this, but it was either I thought it was either a season 2 or Cassandra they would announce there.
Mm-hmm.
I was just hoping that there would be something, and it was way better than what I thought.
Yeah, I think everyone's expectations were definitely kind of blown away.
And Okubo is such a troll. He was like, I feel so bad to how far we've come, and it's like, oh, it all ends here, and then he just shows season 2.
It's like all things must come to an end.
Yeah, it's like what? Take a season 2.
I bet Harado told him to say that.
Yeah. Okubo is such a troll.
Oh yeah, all things must come to an end. And, like literally, like everyone was just so sad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess that's just it. The game's done. And then it's like season 2. It's like that was amazing. I was so excited for that. Now season 2 in general, what are some changes that you're hoping that they do, and what are you kind of like expecting for the unknown characters?
Yeah, like we saw some of the changes, like the reversal edge thing is kind of interesting, because I think right now, even if the reversal edge is not too strong, I think it's a bit a dumb mechanic, because one, it's slow the pace of the match, which is not very good for the game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the second thing is the rock paper scissors thing is a bit dumb, I think. So if they like in the trailer, like what we saw in the trailer is true, and if the reversal edge can hit you on block and it doesn't trigger the animation,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
maybe it will both fix the rock paper scissors thing, or at least limit it,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time get a better pace of matches.
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah, I really like to see if it's something limited to Raphael or if it's something general. I
Yeah.
hope it's general.
Yeah, it
It's
would be
probably,
nice if it was
I
general.
assume general. I hope so.
Yeah. Now with the I guess it's like a meter burn GI that can GI break attacks and unblockables. How do you feel
Yeah.
about that being added to the game?
They really have to be careful about what they are doing with this because the game balance is right now based around the fact that the GI cannot GI break attacks and unblockables. So if they
Hmm.
change something like this, it either has to cost something. I think they already confirmed that, like some meter or some guard gauge, I guess.
I think it would be
Uh,
fair almost if it costs like a whole entire bar of meter or something.
yeah, but I mean you can miss it. That's the problem, I think. If
Yeah.
you miss the timing, you lose one entire bar for nothing.
Hmm.
It's, I think it can be tricky to balance that.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I really hope they are careful about this because there are some characters that really relies on break attacks
Hmm.
or even unblockables, and if you just do something too cheap, they can do anymore their thing.
Yeah.
So,
And you don't want it to be too easy either and like have no consequence because then you have Just Guard from Soul Calibur 5,
oh my god.
which that
Oh
mechanic
god.
was
Oh god.
I know pretty much everyone was happy not to have that mechanic back.
Yeah, I feel like the just squad in regular fighting games are like you get a fixed number of frames, like +3 or +5 frames when you just got something.
Yeah.
In Soul Calibur 5, that was so bad. It was like, oh, yeah, let's just cancel all the blocks time of the move. That will happen, right? And now everyone is like trying to
I
just
like
guard everything.
ruined every string in the game
Yeah.
Yep.
in every counter book.
Yep. And there was like the Okami Just Guard, the GI Just Guard.
There's some
Yeah.
characters you don't have even some combos anymore. They're like, no, there is nothing
Yeah,
after that.
your character, you couldn't do the 1A anymore after
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was dashing to B combo. That was so bad.
Hmm.
Even this fucking Soul Calibur 6, I'm like doing the same shit sometimes.
I got this on the same. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There was yeah, I'm personally really glad that that mechanic did not make a comeback because it made it made it pretty much negated a lot of characters and made some characters just insanely strong because they could just punish everything in like the entire game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want this to come in Soul Calibur 6.
Hmm.
Or at least not like it was in 5. It was so bad.
Hmm. Now there is also another mechanic that they kind of tease, which is like an offensive way to use Soul Charge. It looks like it's kind of more of like a I guess maybe like an install kind of mechanic or like a
Yeah.
you know kind of like what Geese has in Tekken, where his max mode kind of thing, where like, he gets like a burst and he can extend his combo. What do
Yeah.
you feel? What do you think about that mechanic possibly being added?
I think if there is a trade-off to the damage you gain from the move itself, I think it's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now it's a bit strange to to see some characters doing the air soul charge just to knock down the opponent in front of their character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's something that they want to avoid because it looks strange at least.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess it can be quite fun to play with a new install thing. I just hope that it's kind of a small trade-off, like the soul gauge will be just a little depleted,
Yeah.
by the move,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to compensate for the damage boost because
Yeah.
right now I think it's quite strong.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's also nice that there is an offensive way to use Soul Charge. That way, you're like if you're like Taki, and you're fighting like Siegfried or like Zhonghua fighting Siegfried, and you Soul Charge, it's like well
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
Siegfried's like where he wants to be. So, like
Yeah.
thanks. Like when the Zhonghua does that against me, I'm like all right, well thank you.
And it's really bad with like Sungmina and Ivy because you
Yeah.
just push them away into their range. Like when
Mhm.
they activate it, it's like oh
Yeah.
they don't have to work at
Yeah.
all. They're just already there where they
Mhm.
want to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes if you soul charge against them, you're helping them out. Right now you're
Yeah.
in soul charge, the clock's ticking. You're trying to make a comeback, but now they can just be where they want to be and play
Or
their
you
game.
soul charge, then you finally get in, and then they soul charge you away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, all right,
In general,
well,
that's what happens.
It's like, well, glad I spent this meter.
that's usually like whenever I play against Party Wolf and he's playing Keelik and he soul charges, I just wait for him to run in and then I just do that. Like, all right, thanks for killing yourself.
Get away from me!
Get away from me. And then I explode on his face.
Oh.
I mean, no. Wait.
Uh,
All right, delete the VOD. Delete the VOD. So I think it'd be definitely nice to have a new way to use your meter. And then they got one character was announced, Harmaru, or as I like to call him, Mitz2. Mitz2 Rugi.
wouldn't he be the third one? Because there's Arthur too.
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's 3.
Mitz
Yeah,
3.
I mean, I'm hyped for the character. I don't like Guest in general, but he's a samurai, so I like him.
Ah, okay.
Fair enough.
I just want to play samurai. It's okay.
So do you think you're gonna try him out definitely because he's also a samurai?
Yeah, I will try him out. That's for sure. I
And
don't know
then-
if I will like him, but there is a little thing that concerned me about the trailer. I mean, I know Kubo is a troll, but when he do the cherry blossom things,
You thought it was Setsuka?
well,
Yeah.
every friend of mine was like, yes, like Shad. Did he?
And then there's
Did
like
you
some
thought about the
samurai
cool
showdown
shot?
characters like, what the fuck?
Oh god, that was so painful. I can't imagine the pain of the Setsuka main.
Yeah,
Mhm.
poor Gold Chad.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely think it would be nice because apparently it was maybe leaked somewhere that apparently it's going to be 2 returning characters and maybe 1 new character.
Yeah.
So-
Is that true?
I heard that somewhere.
People are saying that because of the Kayane interview.
Which
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I didn't hear the.
which you know, maybe could be a thing, but obviously returning characters. I think everyone wants to see Setsuka back.
Yeah.
Just so our friends who were Setsuka mains can finally play the game. Play the game.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah. I really wish Setsuka was in the game already. I like her. Just to mess with her just friends. I like.
She's a really fun style, definitely to play around with and mess around with, and obviously was a really great character. And her style in 5 was one of the best characters in the game, if not
Yeah.
possibly even the best. You know, so definitely a strong character, fun character. Now I know a lot of people want Huang or Yun Sung to come back. Which also is a cool style that I definitely could see that coming back. I think it would be probably Huang, in my opinion, just because he already has the redesign done.
Yeah, I
And
saw
the
it.
voice.
In the
And the
story
voice.
mod,
Yeah, so I think definitely a high possibility of that character. Now, with the potential of having a new character, is there like a fighting style that you would like to see, or like a type of character that you would want to see added to the game?
I mean, as I told you, I like samurai. So double
Double samurai.
double sword samurai, please. Thank you.
All right. Now, what kind of samurai would he be? What kind of samurai? You know, we already have like Mitsurugi, like the standard kind of samurai. We got Yoshimitsu, who's kind of more of like a Ronin type. You know, dual katana.
I mean, don't really know what kind of samurai, but just a slightly mid-range character with two swords, quite fast,
Okay.
broken if possible.
Has an unseeable low that knocks down for 60 damage. Wall splats behind.
I-12 CE.
I-12 CE. Safe launcher.
Yeah, soul charge.
It can be a girl too. That works for me.
His soul
I will take
charge
it.
is just a gun. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so a third samurai, or a fourth, I guess a fourth samurai in the game is what Skill would like to see for the potential DLC. All right. Now coming up for, I guess back to kind of more of the competitive aspect. What is the next tournament you're going to be going to after Evo?
I'm not sure right now because there are tournaments that I already registered to, like the next Ultimate Fighting Arena. I
Mhm.
am also going to the Yuzu Winter Challenge normally. And there is I think the C Major also that I want to go.
Mhm.
I'm not sure right now if I will be able to. I'm gonna ask the Oplan, my sponsor.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask them really fast. But yeah, I think those will be the next tournament for me. I was
Mhm.
supposed to go to the Celtics Throwdown, but I think I need a big break right now.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah, it's easy
too
to
many
get burnt out.
travels, in a row. Too many travels.
Yeah, it's I guess it's something that people don't consider of how taxing traveling can be on you to
Yeah.
all these majors. I remember seeing Party Wolf going from tournament to tournament, going to the mix up and then Northwest majors and everything, and just like
Yeah.
watching him in grand finals just be like, I don't want to play the game. I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was in the US for CEO.
Mhm.
I came back from CEO. I got to the it was Biennality. Then I got to the KN session and the UK tournament. Which was his name? I don't remember the name, but yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
And then
all the tournaments.
WSOE.
Then again in the US for the Evo. Then
WSOE.
yeah, WSOE also. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was a bit. Yeah, it was a bit tiring. Yeah.
Mhm. I guess like we'll talk on that in a minute. Evo Japan, is that something you're planning on going to?
Yeah, I will definitely go there.
Awesome.
I want to
I
go.
I would like to be able to go to that, but I don't think I would be able to. But maybe I'll talk to my sponsor and see if we can make that happen.
Yeah, you just come with us. We're
Eh,
gonna get some fun with the Japanese player. Yutoto gonna farm us again.
right? I do the Canadians. The Canadians have the anti-Utoto tech. All right. Shout outs to my fellow Canadian great sword boy Dratheon
Yeah.
beating the true Evo champion,
Yeah,
Dratheon.
my tech for beating Yutoto is to get Mitsurugi a pre-patch. One BB, one damage more, please.
Oh my god. I had bet $20 on the match that you would win. And when I saw that 1BB not kill, I got so fucking upset. Like, how did I not kill?
Buy $20.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
fuck.
was sad.
Yeah,
I
I was also
remember
quite.
I remember being in the voice chat watching that, and we were all like, "How did that not kill?"
Yeah.
Buff Mitsu.
I did I saw the replay like 20 times. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this a special damage reduce against Voldo?
Right.
They patched the game really quick before
Yeah,
finals.
just before the 1BB.
They're like, all right, time to make Okubo just like slip the USB in.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's like Team Japan update.
That's fast.
Got that USB 3.0, you know.
Yeah,
Super
I
fast.
need to get my revenge against you, Toto.
Yeah, you can
I need to
definitely
get.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess speaking about Utoto, Valdo definitely seems like a character that a lot of people think was bad. And obviously Utoto showed them that maybe the NA players specifically that they're playing the character incorrectly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the play style of Utoto really is for the Voldo itself, I think.
Mhm.
Like the fact that Voldo got many horizontal moves on mids
Mhm.
is really good for the neutral game.
Mhm.
So when you excel in neutral in general, it's like yeah, you're playing the right character with the right play style, and now it's good.
Mhm.
But yeah, in general, when Voldo players are like just doing his mix-ups, it becomes too predictable, and yeah, you can easily punish them.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you were going against Utoto, did you have Valdo experience, or was it a matchup you were unfamiliar with?
Yeah, I guess it's like in the US, we have not many Voldos player, and the only Voldo that I know that is quite strong right now is on PlayStation. We have Antelope
Mm.
also on PC, but I mean he's okay with Voldo, but it's not Utoto, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
there's no way to like practice for that guy.
yeah.
yeah,
I just like watching him play.
Which
yeah,
can be difficult, definitely, to try and build a game plan for.
yeah. There's a problem of underplayed character that they are supposed to be bad, but when you don't know the matchup, no characters are really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in a game that is as complicated as Soul Calibur is, with every
Yeah, yeah,
character being so unique. It's like even like the worst characters, like the characters that aren't as strong, are still really good and capable of winning,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Like if you look at Tekken, like Lars, who people say shouldn't win, but someone who may or may not be on this podcast proves otherwise sometimes.
Lost.
So,
The only last player in the world.
Actually, though, actually the only Lars player in the world.
I don't
Oh
even know how I
god.
call myself a large player at this point. I have to play Tekken to do that.
That's fair. um, let's see. I was gonna add. I had another topic I was gonna talk about, but I forgot. Well, we'll go back to it if we remember. Um, let's see. So after Evo Japan, we let's see. Evo Japan, Utoto. What else do we have for topics here?
Oh yeah, what did you think of the new Mitsurugi moves that were in the trailer?
Oh yeah, it looks nice. I hope it's good because yeah, a normal move like this can be really good to break stances, like in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's good. I hope the move itself is not like a full frames limited move that yeah that will not be used because too tight. But
Right.
yeah, it can be really interesting for Mitsurugi to replace his Lake of Crushers in general. Like he has 1A, but only for I moves. Unlike not really good crushers. Like he got Raw Rising B, but it's like yeah, you need to be crouched, and it does sometimes the same thing as 1A. So yeah.
Yeah, and the 1B has to be counter hit as well.
Raw Rising B, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that can be. I feel like you don't see that move as lethal hit very often, especially at high level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at high level, it's yeah, it's quite complicated to
Unless
land
you do that one combo that
lethal hit.
apparently lets you do another lethal hit.
Yeah, you can double lethal hit. No, don't tell that on stream. Akubo is listening. No.
Okubo's in the chat. He's like, all right, well, delete that from the game. Skills winning too many tournaments with it. Get it out of here.
I mean, the move itself is like not not really good. So it's
No.
V6. So yeah, that doesn't work that much, but it's funny when it works. It's
Yeah,
like, give me that half bomb meter.
So you can do more I-12 CEs.
Yeah,
uh,
my goal in life, you know.
the goal is
I respect
I-12 CE. Backstep I-12 CE works every time. Oh man. Let's see. So we also have let's see, a bunch of new players coming to the game with the popularity we received at Evo. I know that streams in general have been a lot more popular for Soul Calibur, and YouTube videos as well. The player base online has also been growing quite a lot. Do you have any advice for new players coming to the game?
New players coming to the game, yeah. The like I think that they should learn just the basics of the game in general. In the fighting games, I mean, like notations is the first thing to learn. or those fighting games, because yeah, sometimes they're like going instantly into the like the discords or the things, and they don't get it. They
Yeah.
don't get the combo. They can't read the things. They don't know what the people are talking about. They should
Mhm.
just try at least to get the notation first before going there, or at least ask people to help them with the notations if they don't find out by themselves.
Mhm.
And after that, yeah, they can just ask for help in general, uh, test some things for themselves,
Yeah.
and try to figure out what character they like to play first
Yeah.
before just looking at the tier list. Like that's not a, you know, that's not the first thing you should do in the fighting games. You have to have fun if you wanna invest some time in it. So looking at which character is good or not is not really gonna help you
Yeah.
to invest time in the game.
Yeah, especially if you don't enjoy the
Yeah.
character at all. I feel like
Yeah.
liking the character is a big part of playing them well, right? If you don't like the
Yeah.
character, it's like you don't feel it, right? Maybe you're not fully invested. Um, I guess there's another thing that I find personally a lot of people maybe get caught up in of uh, overcomplicating their game plan. Do you think that keeping it simple and maybe not always going for these really complicated setups is better, or do you think maybe having those is a really good option?
I think for a beginner, I think it's better to keep it simple, of course.
Hmm.
Like if you keep it simple, you can think about the things that matters the most first. That like recognizing moves, recognizing things that's happening on the screen, and
Hmm.
not only doing your hard work setups with delay, with frame traps, with things. I think you can keep that for later when you have a solid basics of the game, a basic understanding of the game in general. That's a big problem of many players that like trying to do too many complicated things. Like you see them in training modes like for entire days trying to do the hardest combo or the optimized combo, I would say.
Or it has like 10 tech traps with a grab reset, and it's like,
Yeah, the Twitter
Yeah.
combo where it's like 3 grab resets and a wall combo, and you're like, all
Yeah.
right. Like,
Learning
yeah, sure, it
something.
did 200 damage, but like there was 3 grab resets in it.
Yeah, it's like yeah, that's the problem of Twitter. When you're a beginner, you go on Twitter and you see a big and beautiful things. You're like,
yeah.
wow, I'm gonna do that,
Yeah.
and it's not working. It's just yeah, it's not
Hmm.
things that really will happen in a match. So yeah.
Hmm. So yeah, definitely keeping it simple. The skill advice: keep it simple, stupid. Don't don't go for the overcomplicated stuff. Don't do the Twitter combos. Learn the fundamentals of the game first,
Yeah.
and don't do Twitter combos in a real match ever, because you'll lose.
Hey, Skill, how much do you feel your experience in other fighting games affects how you play Soul Calibur?
Mm, as I said, I started with Soul Calibur. I think the first game you play will impact how the next one will be played. Like when I was playing Blaze Blue, I was like really defensive player. Uh, just because I think I came from a 3D background. So I think it impacts. But I think when you have the first basic knowledge of one fighting games, it will impact the next one, but not after that, because you have you can you can discern what you are doing after that when you have more experience. I mean,
I see.
uh, yeah, it's you can you can do whatever you want in what what game you decide to play after you have the enough experience in the game in general. So just it's just the second game that was for me really impacted by the 3D background that I had before.
Cool.
Okay. Now, do you think, maybe a little bit more philosophical? Do you think that your fighting game style is a way to express, like, is a way people express themselves?
Mm, I don't really think so. because I know people that are really like a bit slow in life in general, a bit slow at doing things that play really fucking fast in games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think it's
Okay.
related to anything like this.
Okay. But so yeah, the first game affects how you play from the rest of the series. All right. Other games that you play. Do you play any other fighting games or games casually when you're not
Oh,
playing Soul Calibur?
oh yeah. I'm a big fan of video games in general, so I play all kinds of games. I played Apex Legend, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
played it. Yeah, I found it fun.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
Yeah.
played. I
You
played
love it.
many types of games. I play card games, fighting games, shooter games. Yeah, I play different type of games. I like. I also like. Really like FPS when I was younger. Right now, as I'm competing in fighting games, like a bit more seriously, I don't have that much time as before to play casually games. Other type of games, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I limit this to right now to card games when I feel like sleeping a bit on just playing cards.
Something to take your mind off fighting games. What card games do you play when you do choose to play them?
In general, it's Magic the Gathering.
Okay. Now, what about Magic, that card game, appeals to you more than, say, like Hearthstone or something?
I mean, like many card games player, I started with Hearthstone some years ago,
Mm.
and I played quite a bit, but like uh, arrived at points you're like doing the same thing over and over because the game itself is quite simple.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried Magic and it was a bit more complicated. I think it will be more time for me to invest if I want to understand all the things there is in the game. So
Mm-hmm.
I prefer playing this game right now. And I like drafting also. Well, I don't know if you know the concept of drafting, but it's really different each time you draft. So it's a good experience in general.
Okay. So the more unique, complex style of Magic the Gathering is what draws you to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll go to the a little bit of a reoccurring segment on the podcast. It's a rapid fire question. So I'm gonna say a bunch of things, and you're gonna give me a one-word answer to
Oh God.
what I say.
Yeah.
All
One,
right.
one word. One word.
One word. So first off, we have Aswell.
Broken.
Next
one.
Next one. Cassandra.
I don't know.
All right. Laggy Evo TV.
Oh, I had that crap. Shit.
1BB.
Buff, please.
Let's see. NA players, North American players.
Mashers.
Buff's ass.
Bottom 5.
And then we have 4B.
Yeah, come back. No, four button. No, it's just 4.
All right. So that concludes our rapid fire segment.
That was good.
Oh man. But the meme of Buff's ass is always a great one.
Yes. One of the best.
If you just keep saying it, and eventually everyone else will.
He needs another projectile.
He does. He really needs another projectile. He needs a move that's a mid horizontal that goes half screen and is also +2.
Unblockable, please. Not plus.
Just an unblockable. That'd be better.
I mean, they are introduced GI to unblockable, so there is already a contemplate in work.
Yeah, just get the garden pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Imagine if he could spend something to get an unavoidable CE. He needs it.
Or give him a strategy to where he gets curses without even doing attacks. He just like taunts at you. He's like, "I get cursed."
I mean, you can do that against Nightmare.
Yeah, that's so stupid looking. They should just make that normal. Just whip it and then you're cursed.
It's so perfect. By the way, the Solomon smashing in the air.
Buff
K.
ass.
K, I think. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, oh god.
So there have been a lot of people putting out their tier lists on the internet, with their opinion on the best characters in the game. Do you think that tier lists matter that much, or do you think it's more about the individual player?
It's more of the individual player, and I think matchups matters more than tier list in general. It's like, yeah, even if you have the strongest characters in front of your character, that doesn't mean your character is not good against him. It really depends on the matchup. I think tier lists are too much based on impression, in general impression, than it should be. It should be like matchup based, but yeah.
Okay, so maybe they're more of a guideline. They're not concrete.
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely matchups are the way to go. Buff's ass. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
A lot of people make their opinion, or they'll see maybe a top player have an opinion, and then they take that word as like 100% fact, right? So maybe, say a person who finishes top 8 regularly says their opinion on a character. It's very common for people to then share the exact same opinion as a top player, right? Instead of experimenting and like learning the matchup for themselves. So
this is a problem because really new players are like just looking at the opinions of professional players, or at least top players of the game, and they're like thinking the character is good or not based on their opinion, and I don't think it's good, especially for a beginner. Like there are some characters that are really strong at lower levels, and and when you play at this level, you are not supposed to look at the best character when you're learning the game, I think.
Like the common trope of Siegfried and Nightmare being scrub killers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty accurate.
Yeah, it is accurate. All damaging characters and grapplers in general, like Astros, are beginner killers. I just you just mash them because they don't know how to react to things, and they are slow on their reaction in general because they don't have they are not used to the moves. That's how. So yeah.
I remember I started with Soul Calibur 5, and I was just like an online player, right? And everyone who played Viola was like, "Wow, this character's really not good." And it was like, looking back at that, it's like, no, it's not even close.
Yeah,
they buffed that character, by the way.
Yeah, because of that. When you first pick up the character, it's just like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, everything seems low damage. But then you realize she has like every combo extension ever.
Yes.
Nerfs fly, by the way. I guess speaking of Vi, is that a character you would like to see?
No.
Again, no. No.
I mean, it's too edgy. We have already grown. That's enough.
We already. Fair enough.
I think the Grow is like Spy in the future or something, like Amy with Viola or something. It's not possible that the characters are so like. Yes, I'm French, Copa. Yeah, my accent is bad, I know.
Is that the French skill?
Yeah, what I was saying? Yeah, I think the characters are too similar to be in the same game. I hope they won't do that.
Okay.
Like, even Viola, I don't want to see her in the game.
No, Patroclus.
I don't want to get back thrown again and again. No! Don't do it to me.
You don't want the infinite back throw?
No, yeah. Tokido doing this shit again and again. I was like, what the fuck? The first time we saw it was Tokido doing it, right?
Yeah.
That was so bad.
But it's okay.
One of-
It's impractical. No one
Yeah.
will ever
Impractical.
learn it.
Oh my god.
Um,
It's not an infinite, guys. Look, when there is the ring out, she just throw you out.
yeah, you
It's
just
not
die.
infinite.
Yeah, just pick
Pick
Valdo or
Valdo
Astrath.
and Zwei.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
yeah, just do that.
Yeah, just like the meme with Soul Calibur 4, Hilde, Hildegard. That oh no, she doesn't have the matchup against Yoda. Look at this, she can't. The poor Yoda couldn't even approach.
Oh god, that character sucked.
Yoda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yoda, so bad.
But he could just avoid all grabs and highs though.
Yeah, and you can just avoid playing with him by just owning him. And he can do shit because he
Yeah.
can't step.
He just does that stupid little jump. It's like
Yeah, this was so bad. Oh, Pyro in the chat.
what
Hi,
about what about
Pyro.
what about Hilda? Would you want Hilda in the game?
Yeah, I liked Hilda in 5, not in 4.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anyone liked her in 4.
Yeah.
Although her
Ah,
design
I
in
like
4
her
was really
style.
good.
Yeah, her design is cool. The gameplay is cool. Her weapons are cool. No, I like the character.
Yeah, I
Okay.
personally would like to see her back a lot because she's also one of my favorite characters.
No, she's cool. I like her.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess we can probably approach the end of the podcast coming up in a little bit. Skill, do you stream at all?
I tried streaming, but the thing is, my connection is not that good, so the streaming is so bad. The quality of the streaming is really bad, so I
Okay.
stopped really early. But yeah, maybe I will stream if I'm able to in the future.
We need
I
to
would
buff.
watch
It's possible.
We need to buff
Yeah.
Skill's internet. I know there's a lot of
Yes.
Mitsu players that are looking for someone to guide them and show them the way of the character being good.
Yep.
I
Definitely.
mean, they can just add me on Steam. I'll play them. I will.
What are they like Americans? We'd be like, oh yeah, let's play.
Yeah, let's play.
Yeah?
Alright.
One eight stuff.
Alright. Add Skill on Steam. You heard it here first. Add him on Steam. Even
Oh
if
no,
you're
what have I
NA.
done?
You're gonna get like 40 friend requests after this.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Skill Games, and you're gonna be like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
And then obviously, Skill's Twitter is. I remember we were gonna talk about it earlier. WSOE. What was that like?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, yeah, the organization was quite tight also, but they're like maybe 2 weeks before the tournament, they sent me a message and was like, "Oh, do you want to play in the WSOE?" I was like, "When is this? When is this?" Like, in 2 weeks. Okay, where? In the US. I was like, okay, no problem. I'm coming.
That's kind of strange that it was literally 2 weeks before.
No.
You'd think it would have been way before, but
Yeah.
interesting. I did not know it was 2
maybe
weeks.
It was 3 weeks before. I
Oh, well,
don't even remember,
that's totally
that's
reasonable.
way better.
That's way better. That's so much more reasonable.
Yeah.
Just let me just take some time off my work and just yeah.
Yeah, but it was cool. Like they are not really used to the fighting games in general when doing WSOE. So we had some negative things like all the matches were not streamed.
Mhm.
Especially for Soul Calibur, because when they saw they were ahead of the schedule by like 2 hours, they were like, okay, we can stream everything on Tekken now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But,
think
yeah.
they didn't realize how much faster fighting games are than the regular
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, I think they did like Dota 2 or or
Yeah, like
Rocket League or
Dota
something, yeah.
and Dota and like Rocket League and stuff, which I guess take way longer. But I did hear they were very open to the feedback that you guys had given them.
Yes, yeah. I told them. We all told them. And yeah, that was really listening to the general feedback of the players. So I think next time it will be way better. We just saw it in Tekken. It was way better for Tekken
Yeah,
already.
because they showed all the matches.
Yeah.
Which
That was the main problem of the stream. There was a bit too much talk and not enough match shown on the stream.
yeah.
So yeah, but apart from that, that was really good. We had a very good experience then. The staff was really cool, and yeah, I like the tournament as a whole. I could play the I could get my revenge against Ristix because yeah, it was the one who sent me in losers in at CEO.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and it was my first opponent on WSOE. I was like, I'm gonna get my revenge.
Skill's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get him.
Yeah, and
I've been
remember
learning
that
those strangs.
I killed him on the fucking move that killed me at CEO. I ring him out in WSOE with 2-2A punishing I think it was the 6-6A plus B charged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the two hit moves from Max.
Mhm.
I said, this time the right way.
Nice.
Because yeah, I was not really knowing the matchup well at CEO. It was quite bad for me.
Yeah, well,
But yeah,
I feel like that's the case with a lot of Soul Calibur characters, where it's like you have to spend time learning how to fight them because of just how unique they are.
Yeah.
yes,
Right? It's not like a 2D fighter
like
where it's
Valdo.
like, yeah, or Valdo, or like Siegfried, or really anyone. Like sometimes you can only step them one direction, or like you get the GI there.
Or you have to learn like two sides, like 2B.
Yeah.
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 It's very strange, especially characters with stances. I mean, Maxi is like one of the hardest characters to master the matchup. I guess.
Because of just the stances are very complicated. When you just look at them, it just looks like nothing's happening. Like, you're like, what is even happening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, just after I lost to him at CEO, I was like trying to find a guide for Maxi. And the first thing I saw, I was like, what the fuck is
Yeah, it's just like a flow chart of like things going together.
Yes!
You keep pressing B.
Go distance, go to distance. But if you maintain the button, you can go to distance. But then if you maintain 6, you can go to distance. I was like, okay, I don't get it.
Like, yeah.
I don't get it.
Right? Like, it's a lot of labbing in this game, but it can be really worth it, just for like
Yeah.
how much you learn about the game.
Yeah.
So spend the time in the training mode, learn the matchup. That matchup you just got lost to online, that was really free, and you got triple perfected. Spend a little bit of
Exactly.
time, and maybe next time take it, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
ev-
that's the
and
purpose
everyone
of the
loses.
Training mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even the best players in the world, you know, some of them don't make top 8 every time. Or go on Twitter. Yeah, or go on Twitter and complain. Or go on Twitter and be like, look, at Okubo, at Achilles Okubo, nerf fucking Aswell, dude. Nerf Siegfried.
Actually, though.
Nerf them all. I'm over here with my main. My main sucks. Buff my main, nerf everyone else.
Yeah. I
Right?
agree with that.
That's the real strategy. Go on Twitter. And
Yeah,
complain.
that's a real strategy. I mean,
Valdo won Evo, nerf
look at
him.
this. Yeah, he won Evo. Just nerf him.
Yeah, you know who wasn't in top 8? Siegfried. Buff
That's what I
Siegfried.
meant.
The buff
That's
Sass.
possible, yeah.
Buff
Where is he?
Sass. He wasn't there because he needs buffs.
I know.
So, yeah, it's so bad.
Look, look.
I think Namco just hates black characters. I think that's what it is.
I don't know, dude. We got that Leroy Smith,
That's true, but he's gonna be low tier. They keep bringing him down.
Cervantes with 2 3s. Yeah, you're right. Dude, there was 2 Valdos in top 8. That character's top 2,
Oh yeah.
right? That
It's too strong,
character's so good. 2 Valdos. No one expected that,
yeah.
right?
Even one.
Yeah, 2 Voldo.
Yeah, 2 Valdos. That was definitely strange to see. I don't think I didn't expect that to happen at all.
I'm pretty sure Shen Chan only did that because he saw that Blue Boy knew absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Which I think is
told
very
me that-
common.
it's fair because like if you pick Cervantes, it's just like, well, I'm playing Cervantes against as well,
Yep.
and I'm losing.
Mhm.
Yeah, he told me that he didn't feel like playing again, like the same matches every time. I
Yeah,
think.
that matchup sucks.
Yeah, the matchup sucks. You can't do moves because he can punish everything with an AB, and you are down and you're dead.
Yeah.
I was playing my Cervantes against Rich Dicks as well last night on my birthday stream. To which my Cervantes is definitely nowhere close to Shen Chan. But
Yeah.
it was like, what do I do? This is just terrible.
Hope you guess right.
Guess right on the Muscle Buster and then RCC 3B. All right, there we go.
Yes.
That's strat.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
My favorite thing
like,
is just sitting in.
Yeah.
Rich Sticks just said my favorite thing to do is sit in sword and be winning, and then Oki to death. Yep.
Yeah, but we have no mix-up intro that with a 60 damage throw. What the fuck?
The best I-10 in the game. All these other things. Oh, but there's no mix-ups.
Unless he does a grab and then you get mixed up.
Yeah, he does a grab. Oh, all right, well, time to guess.
But I mean, yeah, it's still the best Soul Calibur in terms of balancing.
I
Like-
agree.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes for season 2 though. Since it's
Yeah.
gonna be different.
I think it will be a bit worse at the beginning, at least for a couple of months, because they will need time to adjust to their changes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, I think it will be really good, just like now.
Mhm. All right, well, I think that's a pretty good spot for us to end the podcast. Skill, thank you so much for coming on. We're about an hour
Yes,
in.
thank you.
It was.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Thank you
Thanks.
for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for going with the rescheduled podcast as well. I know it was kind of last minute, but
Yeah, sorry about
no
that.
problem.
I was dying.
he was dying.
Don't die.
just live. So yeah, thank you so much for coming on. So people can find you on your Twitter at skill_13s right there on the screen.
Yeah.
Right above his name. It's like right there.
Oh, you did it. Nice.
Oh, nice. Oh my god. Professional streamer right there.
Pro streamer tech, you know. So check him out, give him a follow. We're gonna be seeing more of him at some tournaments. You know, you're gonna be him at the EU tournaments. You may go to a few Asian tournaments, Evo Japan. I know you're planning for possibly Steam. So give him a follow on there. Add him on Steam. He said, add him on Steam.
Yeah,
He'll
make
play.
sure to add him on Steam.
Add him on
Yeah.
Steam. He'll play even if you're NA, even if you're an NA button masher. He said he'll play you, right? So add him on, hit him up there. Play the top tier Mitsu player, and try your best to learn from him. We will. I guess. Is there anything else you want to say before you go, Skill?
No, thank you everyone for listening. And yeah, it was nice being here and talking about you guys. Thank you for the invitation again.
And we'll have
Maybe
to.
yeah, fine.
We'll have to have you on again after you win Evo Japan.
I hope so.
All right, guys. We'll catch you all later. Thank you, everyone who came out to watch. We'll be back with another guest. We might take a little bit of a break because my girlfriend is visiting from Japan for 2 weeks. But I don't know. Maybe I can convince her to let me do a podcast for like an hour.
Put her on the podcast.
She does not like video games.
Oh, but you can introduce her to me though. She'll love me.
I don't know. She'd be like, "Oh, you play video games for like that's it." That's what she'll say.
As opposed to like what? What does she do?
She goes to school and stuff,
That's boring.
university and stuff. But yeah, so we'll catch y'all later. Thank you guys for coming out. Let's find someone to host, so we can give them our viewers. Who's still going? Is Boom still going?
Let's see. Yes.
All right, let's host AO Boom. What are we gonna spam in the chat?
I'm gonna spam this.
Spam that emote if you have it. If you don't have it, spam yeah.
Nice.
All right, but if you got the PWFKT, spam PWFKT. All right, guys. Catch you later.
Later.